A kiss is just a kiss.
Good morning, Peter. Peter, I've got quite a few interesting things to tell you. First of all, you are an eccentric character with rather unusual habits and customs, if I may say. You do not like to conform to the normal, conventional ways of life, and instead appear as rather unorthodox and unconventional. You possess a very vivid imagination and a strong sense of self-dramatisation. You are rather changeable at times and certainly like variety in your life. You can be extremely changeable and unpredictable. At heart, you are a born adventurer. You love the colours that life can bring and show amazing versatility in the life that you lead. Sometimes you lack willpower and can be rather impulsive. You love the limelight and show strong lack of inhibitions. You seem to enjoy your food and drink, and if I may say especially the drink. At times you can be cagey and rather inconsiderate, but you tend to get over this by your charming personality. In fact, you would probably be very good as a conjurer or a snake charmer. Sometimes you feel rather rebellious, and when this happens, you can become rather aggressive, but you soon manage to wriggle out of it, one way or another. Occasionally you suffer from depression and moodiness, and when you are in this frame of mind, you have difficulty in thinking clearly. In fact, rather a jumpy way of thinking, and become rather forgetful. But because you have so many ideas that are so different, you soon get over this as well. You are not always very tidy, and you also suffer from unsolved conflicts and inattention, which certainly lowers your resistance in these moments. But once again, you can cover this up beautifully. You have some memories of childhood that you cannot forget, and at times you can be polite and formal, but you are basically a flamboyant character, and rather artistic along with it.
I don't like the sound of this guy at all. Is he a sweet person, Jenny?
Oh, he's a very sweet person.
Oh, good, because we're going to meet him in a minute.
But he does have his own special forms of taboos and idiosyncrasies. But you are able to slide out of these too, actually. You seem to protect yourself and can be rather obsessive about things and sometimes distort the facts. You have a feeling for mysticism or the occult. You are an original character with some strange thoughts and ideas.
Right, well, that sounds marvellous, Jenny. We're going to meet him in a minute. We'll take a break and come back and meet Peter in just a moment. Peter Bradshaw, welcome to the programme, Peter.
Good morning.
How are you?
Very well, thank you. Nice to be here.
Jolly good. Now, I know that Jenny's just done well, I would think an astute character analysis. How do you feel about what she said?
Very strange, isn't it? What can I say?
Can you come in nice and close to the
Yes,
microphone?
of course, yeah. Well, it's hard to believe that that's me, really, I suppose, and yet I suppose it's all very true.
Thank you.
You know,
it is true, is it?
Oh yes, I'm sure. Even when I look at my own handwriting, it frightens me, actually. It's always been very strange. In fact, I've always normally liked to type letters because I find my brain's working far in front of my hand.
Well, it's very original handwriting.
Yeah, it certainly is that.
To you. No, it is. That's why it was picked out, for starters, you know.
Oh, I've always thought that it's probably gone against me, you know, in certain ways because it is so unusual. You know, all those swirls and the spinning round on it and whatnot.
But they do tell the truth.
Do they? Oh,
yes.
Oh.
Anything that struck out that you think perhaps Jenny said something you thought, my goodness, how did she get that? I mean, she's never met you before, obviously, and I don't know.
Oh, no,
so
obviously. Well, I've always thought of myself as being a little bit peculiar, but my God, you know, since she's given a, you know, well, what she thinks of my handwriting, I must admit, you know, I think she's right in many ways.
What about the drink? Because she says you're quite a drinker.
Well, my wife wouldn't agree with this. I don't drink excessively, but of course I do work for a brewery. So that would
thank
come
you
into
very
it,
much.
you see?
Thank you very much, Peter.
But that's only recently, within the last 2 months.
Doesn't matter.
And if
I'm
you're listening,
delighted to
brewery,
hear
I don't
it.
drink too much. All the time.
Well, that's great. Now, she also says that you're cagey, hmm?
Well, I suppose no more so than anyone else.
Yeah.
I only let people know what I want them to know.
And slightly
Yes.
rebellious
That's
as well.
true. Oh, yes, definitely.
Yeah, Jenny said you're quite a rebellious person.
He's also a very charming gentleman, I must tell you that, and I did stress that in his analysis. He's
Yeah.
very charming. You can see that he's very charming.
You can see when
Can
he
you?
arrived that he is, yeah.
The charisma.
Right, well, I think that's marvellous.
Yes, it's very good.
And any final point that you'd like to sort of ask Jenny at all?
No, I think it's very good.
You
really do.
seem dumbstruck, actually. You seem very sort of, you know, you can't believe what's happened, really.
I wouldn't say dumbstruck, really, but it's certainly very true. It's very
Thank
true.
you very much.
Yes.
Thank
Well, that's
you.
marvellous.
I'm delighted
Really
to hear it.
satisfied, yes.
So
Great.
you have
Well,
faith
I'm
in the
very
thing?
satisfied.
Oh,
You're
yes.
satisfied.
Well, I believe in fortune tellers and that sort of thing, which many people frown at. In fact, I go often to see the lady that used to be on radio, Trent.
Excuse me, but I
Yes,
did
it does say
mention
that. Yes, the
mysticism
occult.
and the occult.
Yes. Oh, yes, I'm a great believer in that, yes.
And you could see from the handwriting, Jenny, that he was
Yes.
interested in mysticism and the
Yes, I
occult.
could.
Oh, yes,
yes,
I
I honestly could.
have to go every 3 months just to get myself put right or put on the right road or give myself confidence through somebody else. Probably it's all a waste of time, but it gives you that mental confidence,
Yes.
you know.
Well, if one believes in it, you see, then I'm sure it does a lot for you. Just as I told you, the handwriting can't lie, and I
No,
believe
that's true. You
implicitly
know, when the
in
strains of life get you
handwriting.
down, you think you aren't going anywhere, you know, you go for the sort of the guidance or think you're getting guidance, but I've always been satisfied with the person I've always gone to.
Well, I tell you what,
People
do the
laugh
next
at you,
time
but
you write
still.
to me,
Pardon?
I'll put you right.
Oh,
the next
okay,
time you write
fine.
to me, and I'll put you right.
Okay. Thanks very much indeed, Peter. Thank you very much for joining us on the programme. And anybody like to say hello to while you're on the radio?
My wife, if she's listening, at the Magna Carta at Loudon, my parents, my brothers and sisters, and anyone else that I know. I hope they're all having a nice time at the Loudon Festival, which is on at the moment.
Okay. Well, that's great.
Okay,
All the
that's it.
best. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.